Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Just got a couple updates on the Yenko and a couple questions for some of y'all that might be able to help me out. But number one, this is the floor pan here. Want to show y'all one of my other things I do for carpeting. I saw on a Facebook post. This is just a dried out Huggies baby wipe, and the seat bottom comes right up to this ridge right here. So I'll just use regular Elmer's glue, cut it out, and glue it down. It lays down pretty good just with using regular old Elmer's white glue. I also glued down a little bit of embossing powder here. I'm hoping it'll kind of give it a little texture, like a little carpeted texture. I'm going to hit that with the same Createx Wicked Brown. Hopefully I can shake it up good enough and get the purple out of it. But that's my plan. That's how I do the interior. I'll cut out a section right along in here where the seats go. Of course I'll leave that tab protruding, but I'll cut it down to about here, a little square area, to make sure I got something plastic, something firm to glue my seat down to. So that's one little thing I do for carpeting. I haven't had any problems either with the Elmer's glue, gluing those down and using my acrylic enamels. It sticks just fine. You know, the carpet's not coming up or anything afterwards, but it works great. So another update on the Yenko. So the seats, got them taped off. That'll be brown too, those areas. And review on my personal thoughts on the Createx Auto Airborne Sealers. I picked some up. Well, I ordered some off of spraygunner.com, and the flatter areas are where there's still some sand marks, but those wouldn't show up once I put paint on it. They come from my 800 grit sanding sponge. I got a few little spots of dust in it. I'm going to hit with some 1000 grit, and if it needs another coat, then I'll put another coat on it. But I gotta say, I'm real happy with that sealer. It lays down really smooth. It's sprayed really well. It dries really quick. You can even use a chemical paint on top of it. It says on the bottle to let it sit for, I believe it's 4 hours. It says if top coat sealers with solvent-based paints allow 4-hour dry time and scuff prior to application. So if you use a chemical-based paint, you can use that too as a primer sealer. But that's the hood. I mean, it's really is nice and laid down nice and smooth, leveled out really well. So I'm really happy with the performance of that stuff. A couple questions I have. One for those of you that make your own decals. As you know, the Cancer Awareness group build is coming up. Now this is just a plain white sheet of paper. These are going to be my ribbons. I've decided to do some pinstripe. Let me grab the body so you can answer this question. I've never bought that kind of, you know, all my decals have always been what come in the box. I don't know nothing about waterslide decal paper. My question is it as pliable as the decals that come in your stock boxes? Can I easily conform it around, kind of make it follow the body line around and then bring it up here? Will it conform and shape easy like your stock box waterslide decals? If somebody can answer that question. I'll show you what I got. I picked these up off Amazon. They didn't have the Testors brand. This is the brand I got. There was good reviews on it on Amazon. Not a bad price for 20 sheets. 20 sheets is half the price of the Testors, and the Testors were showing they were out of stock anyway. So that's what I got. So my other question is for my airbrush guys. This is my main go-to airbrush, the Iwata Revolution CR. I really like the airbrush, and it's not a problem per se with the airbrush itself. It pertains to cleaning. Those little nylon pipe cleaners that came with it, they work good, but they're not the cheapest things in the world. I'm having problems getting back up into this area, getting it good and clean. I tried some of these pipe cleaners here. It's the wire wrapped in like a yarn, and it's too big to pass through with the nozzle out to get up in there and clean it out. If anybody's got any suggestions on how to get back up into that area and get it clean easier, I would just put it in about that much lacquer thinner up to about here or so and just let it sit, but Iwata says don't do it, so I would prefer not to. So if any of y'all got any suggestions on how you get up into that body part and get your airbrush cleaned out, I'd appreciate it. I've even tried to tighten up what is like an expansion nut. It's about right in here, trying to prevent it's not coming past it. It's not getting up into my trigger, but just right behind the bowl, back behind the bowl, about a 1/4 inch, is where I'm having problems with not being able to get my paint cleaned out. So if anybody's got any suggestions on that, please drop your comments down below. And if anybody has any knowledge on the on those water slide decals, on how pliable they are, let me know down in the comment section. I'd really appreciate it. It did get the motor somewhat back together too. It's got it taped up, got the transmission taped up, so we can get the block painted off, and we'll just do that in Chevy orange. But for now, that's all I got. I appreciate y'all watching Got Fuels Motor Car Garage. We'll see you in the next video.